The misses keep coming for Kentucky basketball on the recruiting trail. Two key targets made their decisions on Wednesday, the final day of the early signing period, and neither went in Kentucky's direction. First, we have to talk about Irfan John, the 7-foot center out of Iowa United, a guy that Kentucky has been involved with since the summer. He committed to Houston on Wednesday. Not a big surprise. Houston's been the front runner in that recruitment for quite some time, but there was a connection with Kentucky. Irfan's high school coach is the brother-in-law of Kentucky head coach Mark Pope. Kentucky got him on campus for an official visit. You probably saw the story about Kentucky's recruiting pitch to him, showing how much they use their bigs, but it wasn't enough as Houston and Kelvin Sampson was able to get the commitment on Wednesday just before the early signing period wrapped up. That's really the big center target left in Kentucky's 2026 recruiting class. You've already seen guys like Josh Irving and Ethan Taylor fall off the board. You've got Seyon Kaida, who hasn't officially reclassed into the 2026 class, but there's a chance that he does. So Kaida is the one center left in this recruiting class for Kentucky. And then you have Obinna Akizi as a potential option as a reclass from the 2027 class. And then just now we got some more news that Baba Oladotun has committed to Maryland. Maryland's been involved in his recruitment from the beginning. He's a guy that reclassed from the 2027 class into the 2026 class and is now a top 10 player in the class. Kentucky had him on campus for an official visit during their blue-white game, but it wasn't enough. Arkansas made a late push, but then it really came down to Arkansas, Georgetown, and then his eventual choice, the Maryland Terrapins. So Maryland gets a nice addition in this class. A guy with probably one of the highest upsides in this 2026 class. Thin frame, but if he puts on some weight, he can be a real difference maker at the college level. So that really leaves Kentucky with only a few more options. Obviously, you have Tyron Stokes and Caleb Holt, two of their top targets in the class. And then we had an update on Christian Collins today. There was a lot of talk about Kentucky getting him to commit before the early signing period. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. So he's now down to a final three, Kentucky, USC, and UCLA. No decision has been made yet. He'll be signing in the spring. I still have my RPM place for Kentucky. I still like Kentucky's positioning with Christian Collins, but they'll still need to close this recruitment before the late signing period in the spring. Be sure to go and subscribe to KSR Plus. We're going to have a ton of great information for you on Kentucky's recruiting efforts in this 2026 class as they look to add their first commit in the class. And be sure to go and subscribe to the KSR YouTube channel. We'll have more great content like this coming your way soon.